We're on the record and cause number 326804 and cause number 326806. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Juan Francisco Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, would you please raise your right hand? You can look toward your attorney. Mr. Gonzalez, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Gonzalez?
Pretty good. How about
That's
yourself?
good. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes,
in
sir.
this particular case, your attorney of record is Dustin Galmore. However, Mr. Galmore's law partner, Jared Gilthorpe, is present standing in for Mr. Galmore. Mr. Uh, Gilthorpe, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Gonzalez, do you have any objections to Mr. Jared Gilthorpe standing in for your attorney, Mr. Gilmore?
No.
All right. Mr. Gonzalez, the information states that, well, in cause number 326806, the information states that on or about February 28th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Second, it further states that prior to the commission of this offense, that on February 26th of 2014, in the county court at law number 5 of Hidalgo County, Texas, and cause number CR-13-11888-E, that you were convicted of the misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated, and that conviction became final prior to the commission of this offense. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, to the offense of driving while intoxicated, second, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez, I have before me what is marked as State's Exhibit number 1. In State's Exhibit number 1, on page 1, I just made a correction. On page 1 of this document, this is a DWI second. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials on the line that says guilty. Those initials purports to be your initials, which are JG. Did you place your initials on this document?
I couldn't understand what.
Did you place your initials on that document?
Oh, yes. Yes, Your Honor.
And on page 3 of this document, there's a signature above the line that says defendant that purports to be yours. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the next document, which is titled the Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, there's
Yes,
a signature at the bottom of this document next to your attorney's signature. And this signature, is this your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Gilthorpe, Mr. Gilthorpe,
Yes, Judge.
I'm looking at this form, and on this form, it says Defendant's Counsel. It has Dustin Galmore. And that's your signature above Dustin Galmore's name?
That's correct, Judge.
Let me ask you this. Would you allow me to write your name where it has Dustin Galmore?
Sure, Judge.
Okay. Okay. And I'll initial next to that. Now, Mr. Gonzalez, The, next, you should have you should have signed a document there before you, that is titled Discovery Certification. Did you sign that document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents, did your attorney, Mr. Gilthorpe, go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Attorney.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Gonzalez, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections, Mr. Gilthorpe?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, no objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Gilthorpe, you have advised and counseled Mr. Gonzalez. Is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, your attorney, Mr. Gilthorpe, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for 90 days to run concurrent with cause number 326804, cause number 16-24135, and cause number 20-34570.
Okay. Mr. Mr. Gonzalez, the state is offering that you serve 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail. And also, as you would also have to serve, you would also have to pay the $452 in court costs. Now, Mr. Gonzalez, would you be able to pay the $452 in court costs?
No, Your Honor, because I'm incarcerated.
Okay. Now, let me do this here, Mr. Gonzalez. Are you currently employed?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so you don't have any take-home pay. Do you have a spouse that have any take-home pay?
I don't understand that. What
Do you
say?
have a wife that that works and have a take-home pay?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you receive any child support?
No, Your Honor.
Do you receive any SNAP? or
No,
food
Your
stamp?
Honor.
Do you receive any Social Security?
No, Your Honor.
Any other government benefits?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any other income?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, do you have monthly rent payments?
No, Your Honor.
You have to pay any utilities, waters, or gas?
No, Your Honor.
And do you have any child expenses that you would have to pay?
No, Your Honor.
How much do you pay for food per month?
400.
400, okay. Do you have to pay any transportation costs?
No, Your Honor.
Any cell phone bills?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what's your cell phone bill per month?
100.
And you have any probation fees?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, any medical expenses?
No, Your Honor.
Any credit card expenses?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is going to Mr. Gonzalez, we're gonna find that you are indigent, and the court costs in this case is going to be waived.
Thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome. So, Mr. Gonzalez, the your punishment, you'll be sentenced to 90 days Jefferson County Jail. The court costs will be waived, and you'll be given credit for any time that you're entitled to get by law. And this case will run concurrent with cause number, this case will run concurrent with cause number 326804, clause number 16-24135, and clause number 20-34570. Now, Mr. Gonzalez, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have made, and with the adjustments that the court has, or with the waivers of the court costs that the court has adjusted. Now, Mr. Gonzalez, we have another case, Mr. Gonzalez. This case is cause number 326804, and in this case, it is alleged that you, on or about November 4th of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Second, this information further alleges that prior to the commission of this offense, that you, on February 26th of 2014, in the County Court at Law number 5 of Hidalgo County, Texas, and cause number CR-13-11888-E, that you were convicted of the misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated, and that conviction was final prior to the commission of this offense. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you plead to this charge of driving while intoxicated? Second, guilty, not guilty, no contest.
Guilty, Your Honor.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily.
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, I have before me what has been marked as State's Exhibit number 1. And in this document, on page 1, one box is checked off that this is a driving while intoxicated second offense. On page 2, there are a set of initials on the line that's titled guilty. Those initials are JG. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the third page of this document, above the line that says defendant, there's a signature that purports to be yours. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the next document, the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, there's a signature at the bottom of this document above the line that says defendant. And that is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's one box that's checked at the top of this document. That box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Gilthorpe, on this document, I've marked through the name of defendant's counsel of Dustin Galmore, and I place your name there, Jared Gilthorpe. Do you have any objections to that correction?
No, Judge.
Okay. Now, Mr. Gonzalez, you should have signed a document there before you that is titled the discovery certification. And did you sign that document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents, did your attorney, Mr. Gilthorpe, go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Gonzalez, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, no objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Now, Mr. Gilthorpe, in this case, you advised and counsel Mr. Gonzalez. Is there any evidence that he's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, your attorney, Mr. Gilthorpe, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. It's for 90 days to run concurrent with cause number 326806, cause number 16-24135, and cause number 20-34570.
Okay, now, Ms. Ramos, I think the plea agreement has to be corrected on one of the first case that is running concurrent with. I think on the plea agreement, it has 326906. It should be 326806. Once we finish with this document, we'll give you an opportunity to make that correction. Is that correct?
That's correct. Sometimes the pen cuts out, so I could have been trying to write an 8, but I'll correct it.
Okay. Now, Mr. Gonzalez, the state is offering that you serve 30 days, 90 days. You got that adjustment? 904, 06.
I'm correcting it now.
Yeah, 04. Okay. The state is offering that you serve 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail, and you'll be required to pay court costs. However, you will not be required to pay the court costs of $437 because the court has determined that you are indigent, as we've determined in your previous case. This case will run concurrent with cause numbers 326806, cause number 16-24135, and cause number 20-34570. Mr. Gonzalez, do you understand the state's offer and the waiver of the court costs by the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you think that is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you accept it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement with the adjustments in this case. Mr. Gonzalez, you'll be given credit for any time that you are entitled to get by law. Mr. Gonzalez, this will conclude your cases. Have a blessed day and follow the bailiff. And Mr. Gilthorpe, this should conclude your cases, and you